How to draw cats that look comfy, not stiff, for beginners. After this 25-second time lapse, I'm going to share some secrets with you for a loose and fluid drawing style. And I will show you my easy way to make super cute cat paws and my trick to fix eye shapes after I've messed them up a little. Be sure to grab your free copy of my cat drawing guide. You'll find that below. The link is in the description. And remember to pause the video anytime you need to catch up with your drawing. So what's your cat's name? How many cats do you have? I love to hear from you, so drop me a comment, please. So getting started here, and I'm just kind of feeling my way around. I don't worry a lot about it looking like the exact cat that I'm copying, that is my reference photo. I find that when I don't worry about it, it ends up looking more like that cat because I'm trusting my intuition and just basically feeling my way around the drawing. And it takes a bit getting used to. If you're not used to that, it might be hard at first to let go and allow yourself to just feel your way around. But trust me, give it a try. I think you'll be glad that you did. So I spend a bit of time making sure I'm happy. See, I'm measuring there a bit. So I was just kind of checking. That was the first time I measured. I didn't measure to start with, but I like it when I measure and I find out that I actually did get it pretty accurate, even though I didn't meticulously measure to start with. So it just kind of a little bit of proof of how much I'm able to trust myself. And now I'm getting some lines in there to position the ears, and notice they come right up from the edges of that muzzle. Still just kind of feeling my way around, and all the while kind of asking myself, are things looking good? Do I need to change anything before I move on with the thicker and stronger lines that are harder to erase? We want to keep the lines light at this stage so it's easy to erase. And now I need to kind of put some lines in to help me place the eyes. It's not absolutely necessary, but I like to do this, and any of the extra lines just end up fading away into background tone. And I can erase the ones that are really in the way. And see how the muzzle appears there with two kind of crossing over ovals. And it's just a bit of a guiding line. And those lines are really going to add some tone to the final drawing. If you look at the final drawing there up to your left, you'll see those lines in there, the muzzle lines. And they're faint enough at that stage where they just look like background tone. So going cautiously, thinking about every line now. We don't want to overdo it. Less is more. Get rid of some of those extra lines. I find the fine line eraser is really handy for that kind of thing. So I guess my biggest secret for loose and fluid drawings is trusting yourself, to allow yourself to feel your way around the paper. Now I can get the eyes in cautiously, because the eyes are a focal point. So I look for the little places where the lines change, and I don't worry about it too much. But I find that gets a little bit of, dynamic energy into there. There are different ways to do eyes. I'm not super happy about my eyes really like feeling like the shapes are perfect yet. Not that I worry about perfection, but as I said before, I will show you a trick to fix eye shapes if you're not happy with them. Which will give you a lot more freedom in your drawing, I believe. And those little tabby stripes. Again, I don't worry too much about having these exact. I just quickly get them in, kind of gesture-like. So if the eye looks to be a little bit too small, when you add your darkening, thickening lines, then put them on the outside of the eye. If the eye appears to be too big, then when you add your darkening, thickening lines, put them inside the lines. And that way you can kind of sculpt your eyes into the right shape that you want. little nosy. At this stage, the nose is just a simple triangle. Okay, the paws, the cute little kitty paws. So I just basically, I don't worry about exactly where I see the lines. Often I don't even see really the lines because the drawing's so small. I just get a couple of lines in there for suggestion of toe beans. And I find that makes super cute toes without overworking them. There we go. Same thing there. Just a couple of lines for suggesting toe lines. And in a few minutes, I'll show you how you can suggest some toe beans too. That tail we want kind of loose and free. I feel like I overdid the end of the tail and made it a bit too heavy on the end, but you know, I should have left it a couple of seconds ago. But every drawing we learn something from, and you carry that knowledge onto your next. And you can really change the expression on the face by really just tweaking a tiny bit of the mouth line. You can turn a frown into a smile or whatever. It's a great way to add expression. Okay, again, if I want to make the eyes a little bigger, I put my thickening lines on the outside of the eyes. A bit of suggestion of fur gives a bit of movement. I don't worry about the exact stripes I see on my reference photo. It's really a caricature drawing more than anything. Maybe a character drawing more than a caricature drawing. I like that word better. Okay, you see how I kind of give a hint of toe beans in there just by splitting the lines at the bottom. And whiskers. Keep the whiskers natural by allowing some crossover. I usually just add about 4 because I find if I put all the whiskers in, too many whiskers, it weighs down the face a lot. I like it like that. And then a bit of the nose structure there helps add a bit of character too. I like kitty. So what do you think? Tell me in the comments. Could you try this technique? Are you willing to give it a try? Right now, I am just tweaking up the lines. I'm just studying my drawing and deciding if there's anything else that I need to add. You know, I kind of sit with my drawing for a few minutes after I feel like I'm mostly done, and I just look for places where I could add a bit more character. You always want to thicken up the eye lines a bit, but I try to purposefully leave some of the outer edges a little bit lighter to help the eyes look like they're kind of going around the corner. And I find that thicker lines above the eye, on the, you know, the top of the eye, I find that looks more natural. Time to sign it. And we're done. Thanks for watching.